The last best time to create content was in 2019, and the next best time is right now. If you think you're late in the game, this video is for you. Welcome to Believing the Unbelievable podcast, and today I wanted to talk about the story of my first Instagram account that crossed 10,000 followers. And we made it to 14,000 followers at the peak time in 2020, and I wanted to share that story just to share with you how the content creation game really worked out for me. Okay, so at the age of 19, when I got inside of the content creation niche, if you have no idea how I made my first client, and at the same time how I got inside of the content creation niche, go ahead and watch this video. But once I got inside of it, I started creating content for other people before I started mine. But then I thought that if I can create content for other people, I can create content for myself as well. So I started this personal brand called Digimuz, Digimuz, right? And I started creating content inside of it, and my first content was a carousel post. At the time, there were people like big designers like the Chris Do and other similar creators started creating carousels for the first time. Chris Do was the first person to create a carousel, and then all of the other people saw that happen, and we all of us got into this game when it just started, right? And we started creating carousels. I created my first carousel. It was really crazy. I'm going to drop the link below so that you can see it. It's still there, right? But when I created that, I never had used Photoshop before that, right? And I had never designed anything before that, nor created like a personal brand content. So what I did was I simply went ahead and tried to just think about what I already knew about Instagram at the moment from the course that I was in, by Nicholas Pede. But at the same time, I was also creating content for others, so I just took that knowledge and created a post out of it. I designed it inside of Photoshop with a friend of mine, and his name is Basid. I hope he is in a great place right now. But then we started this page together, and when we did that, I was I was so happy that I was able to create this content for myself. And then I took a challenge of creating one carousel a day for 90 days. Okay, I just took this commitment and I started creating content. If you go ahead and see inside of that account, when I drop the link below in the description, you're gonna see at the beginning I was so terrible at design, and even until the end of this, I stopped using this account. I was still terrible. But then after 90 days, I was sitting at 14,000 followers, and I was getting 50 to 100 followers every single day. But then it started cranking down, and I started losing engagement because I decided to shift the niche from being an Instagram so called guru to creating content around funnels. Okay, so I got inside this funnel and I started creating funnels and all of that different stuff. So I shifted my niche from content creation to funnel. That's where the drop happened, and the account got really bad, and I stopped using that account, just moved my Digimaz account to another personal brand where I started creating content about myself rather than a particular thing, right? So that's when I realized that in just 90 days everything can change, right? In those 90 days I created so much proof that allowed me to create like get a lot of different clients, just because I had this huge chunk of content pile which I could show to people and say, hey, I created all of this. If this makes sense to you, let me just create it for you. And at the time I was charging, when I left creating carousels, I was charging $200 for one carousel. That was insane, right? So this is how I got my first 10,000 followers channel. I was also interviewed in a couple of different news channels, which was amazing as well. But at the same time, what this got me as a breakthrough was that I did not need to know everything in order to start creating content. I just needed to be one step ahead of someone who did not know, right? So if you're thinking that I need to know everything before I need to start creating content, then you're absolutely wrong. Let me be the first person to tell you that you can start right now. I'm pretty sure you're ahead one step. Even if you're ahead one step of somebody else, you can help them out. Okay, so start creating content. Here's what I'm going to do today. If I were in your shoes, what I would do is I'm going to select a topic that I know something about, right? And then I will start posting a long form video content series, and I'm going to post that on YouTube every single day for, let's say, 60 days or 90 days, right? And when I do that, After I have like 10 to 20 pieces of content, I'm going to get a video editor who can take this long form content and create shorts from it so that I can post it on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Right, so we have already gotten this long form content. We can just repurpose the content by creating shorts out of it. Let's just say it's a 15-minute video. We can take out like 3 to 4 shorts from it at least, right? And we can get that video editor to do it. That's how you can leverage your time without having to create short form videos for different other videos, and invest more of your time. If you do not have the time, this is the best approach you can take. That's how I would do today. That's exactly what I'm doing right now as well, if you're gonna stick around and see. So I hope this video helped you realize that you did not need to wait in order to get inside of the game. Right now, the Reels game is going crazy. If you want to leverage that and the videos, get in now. Because, like I said, the last best time to create content was in 2019, and the next best time is now. Okay, so remember, the impossible is possible when you keep believing the unbelievable. I'm gonna see you on the next one.